collector mentioned a talent agency by the name of Omega here in Kabukicho with ties to Reina. Unless there's a big sign advertising it, which I highly doubt, I'll need to ask around to find it. Let's see. Based on the dragon motifs and the general vibe around the building, I guess this place is no normal bar. I don't know if there's any other places around here the Yakuza have dipped their fingers into. And then we got, I assume, some kind of sex dance club thing. These three-faced uniforms I don't recognize, though I doubt they'll have a hard time recognizing me. The way they've huddled over, it hardly looks like they're doing much police work. More than a few violations probably pass under their nose, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone slips them a bit of cash on the side to ignore them. Cops like that probably wouldn't give me any trouble, and they definitely aren't going to blab to their superiors about seeing me in Kabukicho. So let me listen in, see if anything happens. But, hold up. Don't I know you? Who, me? Yeah. Yo, let's hide something behind your back. Aren't you the detective whose face was all over town a few weeks back? Yeah, it's I didn't I recognize you before? Guys, did someone from HQ come by and ask us about her earlier? Maybe we should call it in. Hold on, Denshiro. You really think it's a good idea? Huh? What are you talking about? Not risking my job or some nobody detective. Yeah, well, they're calling in to HQ. You might be right. It's getting more job. No, maybe. Ryu's right. Why would we stick her neck out when she hasn't even done anything wrong? Being on leave doesn't mean she can't walk around, does it? I'm with Ryu. I doubt I need to remind you boys what happens when you ruffle the wrong feathers at HQ. You guys can't be serious. Look, I'm not saying we arrest her. Only you're going to piss off the wrong people, Danjiro. I don't know how much more obvious I need to be for you to get it. Oh no, not even the detective here is worth bringing down her wrath. Especially right now. Things aren't exactly on stable ground around here since the Mifune family shake-up. Don't need a repeat of an officer, oh no. Pegged for a promotion one day, and then some anonymous tip comes into HQ that owner's been selling a little dope on the side. Even got a gun to tie him to a crime scene. Yeah, Jim that's mysteriously gone missing from ever. True. Does it really matter if it is or not? The point is, he asked too many questions around here, and now he's in jail. Some people, at least we are. Hostage by some woman. Yeah, screw it. Maybe you guys are right. Suppose if the guy who asked Gavin didn't see the detective today. That's right, we didn't see you, and you definitely didn't talk to us. Got it? Yeah, I got it. Being on the street around here isn't exactly an easy position to be in, huh? You mean at the bottom? Yeah, it doesn't give us a whole lot of options. Feels like I'm getting stuck between HQ and all the other shit going on around here. I'm not sure what's worse, honestly. You read the papers, don't you? Detective, you've heard about the Mifune thing, right? Yes, I'm sure she has, and that's all you need to say on the matter. You never know who is working for around here, so put a lid on it. Listen, detective, whatever you think we are, what you think goes on around here, it isn't so simple as good cops, bad cops, remember that. Kabukicho might not be perfect, but we do our best to keep the peace, right? Right. Right. Like Rip said, we're trying to best, we're causing trouble for us, and we're turned favorite, nobody HQ know about. It's pretty scary than HQ out there. Just sharp, got to move on. I'll rethink, I think I'll just do that. Good luck, officers. There were several voices in that whole scenario. Seems this club is pretty popular and already has a lot of customers. Maybe talking to some of the regulars would give me a good idea of where to start looking for Omega. And then we got... Oh, okay, I can't do anything this direction. Alright, I'm going into the titty typhoon, where there's a typhoon of titties. Alright. Got a couple of, faces. Nice hair. Can I ask you something? Okay, what voice? Whoa, I wasn't doing anything. You're a cop, right? Nope, you got me all wrong. I'm looking for a talent agency by the name of Omega. Why do you think I was a cop? Phew, only cops ask me that question right off the bat. Well, that and your costume had me fooled. You ought to be careful walking around this like that. Oh, I got it. You're one of them performers, right? What are you doing looking for Omega? Omega's a wash, and you won't get any work from them. Worry not, sweetheart. It just happens I work for one of the best agencies in town. We handle all types, models, performers, actors, you name it. Even a mature woman such as yourself will have no problem finding work through us. That is if you're fine with them staying in costume. My lucky day. I keep finding the creeps. That's the spirit. Have a drink with me, babe. I'll get you signed up. I'm sure I can find work for you in no time. Well, like I said, I'm looking for Omega. A friend of mine recommended them, so it'd be rude to not talk to them at least, right? If you ask me, your friend's definitely got no taste. You shouldn't waste your time with these losers. No one's even seen their guys around for months. Word on the streets that they ran a bit of debt with the wrong people, if you know what I mean. Anyway, you didn't hear that from me. You know where I am if you want a real chance, babe. Okay. How about you, then? Can I ask you something? You don't need my permission. You heard of an agency around here called Omega? That doesn't ring a bell. Listen to you. I'm looking for a missing girl. Foreign, working for the next club, maybe work for some other type of clubs. I don't remember asking your opinion on the girl, only if you knew about the agency. Anyway, Omega, you're fine or dead. Girl is all done, ready to get the drift. Care to be more specific? Also, you are mumbling a lot, sir. Don't take a tell it. Rather nice to ladies and places. Leave it at that. Third pile questions like you found a trouble. You gotta go someone else. Welp. Okay, this is the exact same conversation, huh? Okay. Okay, so none of you are really that helpful here. Also, I seem to be stuck in a loop here. Yeah, it's just bouncing me back and forth between these two guys. And I can't seem to leave. Yeah, it's not even giving me an option to... I don't even see, oh boy. Did I run into a weird-ass glitch? Oh, wait. Hello, we got some more dudes here. Hello, can you spare a minute? Whoa! How long you been standing there? Me? I just got here. Why so jumpy? Sorry, there's a big scary scar right here a little before. You ain't friendly enough. You really feel a little uneasy. Give asked me what I was doing here, if I wanted to go somewhere with a trip with his friends. Honestly, I've been waiting for a good moment to duck out. Thank you. I think you made the right decision by staying put, if you ask me. Have you ever heard of a talent agency called Omega by any chance? Omega? No, I've never heard of it. I'm actually not ever in this part of town. A friend of mine, a friend of a friend invited me out here with a few drinks, but she hasn't shown her face yet. It's like some kind of weird setup. Anyway, I still have some pride, so I'm not going to tuck my tail and run just yet. Good luck finding an agency or whatever you're looking for. If you see that guy, message her. Watch your back. Okay. Evening. You know anything about a talent agency called Omega? I heard they were based here. Are you insane? It's not like I'm asking you to take me there personally. What's the issue? You do know where you are, don't you? Omega ran up against some people. The same people who own this club, and they lost. The buffoony takeover's already hacked up quite the body count, and I don't plan on being added to it. I'm not sure who you're working for, but you've come at a bit of a sensitive time. If I were you, I'd turn around and walk out the door. Hell, you probably killed him too. Killed who? Him. You know, Higashi, the owner of Omega. Everybody knew he owned the Mifune family a small fortune. The word on the street is that there's been a little spring cleaning of any disloyal resident entertainers. Do I need to spill it out for you, too? Good. I've already said too much, and you should stop asking around, too. You never know who's listening. Huh. Okay. Oh, okay, I see us moving. Never mind. Okay, so I've talked to everybody. I do not see an option to leave. Oh, hello, there's someone else. There's a couple other people, it looks like. Okay, talk to those guys, so it's these two now. Okay. Hey, can I ask you something? About a talent agency called Omega, you heard anything? Alright, I'll take that as a no. Hey, do you know this area? What? I had a question about... What? Speak up! I can't hear you! The speaker's right there! You're gonna have to talk louder! I'm looking for an agency! You're looking for a vacancy in what? No, and you what? I'm looking for information about the Omega Talent Agency. Do you know anything? Wow. You really shouldn't talk about things like that around here. Excuse me, miss. We're hoping you might join us next door. Consider it an invitation from an admirer. Besides, it's a much nicer venue than this dump. Yeah, in fact, we'd be happy to escort you. Who are you? Who do you think? We're just business and doing our business. You know what? Fine, I'll be nice. Good answer. Follow us. I feel very sleazy right now. Welcome. Come in. Let me introduce myself. I'm Kazumi Mifune. I appreciate you coming by to talk. Your thugs didn't give me much of an option. The hell you think you are calling me a thug? We're businessmen, you get that? Oh, I've got it alright, but I don't think that dressing in a suit makes you any less of a thug. Say another word, you cop bitch. Enough. You say another word, and I'll make you wish you hadn't. Now get out, both of you. Yes, boss. My apologies. The quality of help you can find these days isn't quite up to the standard that it was in my father's time. Wild dogs can be difficult to train, but they'll come around, even if I have to beat it into them. Sit down, relax. Can I get you a drink? Fine. Whiskey on the rocks. Someone get her a glass and one for me as well. Why don't we skip the small talk and you tell me why I'm here? I'm getting to that. Seems you're a woman who doesn't like to waste time. Good. As luck would have it, neither am I. Let's get right to it. A short while ago, a couple of men downstairs ran up to tell me you, a cop, had walked past my bar and into one of my nightclubs. Then I hear you've been sniffing around, asking about one of my investments. Investments? You mean Omega? Smart girl. Tell me, Ayami Ito, why is it that a cop is going around asking pointed questions like that? Well, curious still, not just any cop, but a publicly shamed cop on leave. Shamed cop who has had a history of... they word it? Oh, yes, a history of psychotic episodes. How do you know all that? We all have friends, Detective Ito, and when detectives are wandering around my part of the city, my friends tell me everything I want to know. Honestly, you don't seem all that crazy to me. As to why you're after Omega, let's say you piqued my interest. Sorry, look at us. You said no small talk, and here we are off in the bushes somewhere, let's get back on track, shall we? As you're not acting in any official capacity, it's safe to say that no one knows you're here, correct? No, I suppose I don't. In your position, I might have I've tried to lie, but I appreciate the honesty. It was a rhetorical question anyway. I know for a fact there's no one coming for you. Funny, you don't strike me as the stupid type, and yet you've willingly entered a den of vipers. If you valued your neck, staying on your shoulders, surely you wouldn't do something so reckless. You can skip the threats. If you wanted to do something to me, you'd have done it already. Plus, you're smart enough to know not to hurt a cop, even one in my position. Good, I like you. Given your prickly demeanor, I doubt you're working with one of my competitors. You're definitely not here for your police buddies. Okay, I give up. I have to know. What exactly is it you want to know about Omega? I'm looking for this girl. Her name is Reina. I was told she was involved with the agency somehow. I want to know what happened to her. How very noble of you. Figuring that out might be a little bit difficult, as I'm afraid Omega is an extremely recent acquisition. To get farther back, you'll have to talk to its president and former owner, a man named Daiichi Higashi. As it so happens, that makes two of us who'd like to have a word with him. Like peas in a pod, us two. Unfortunately, when he handed over the business, he became a bit... how shall I put it? Forgetful about his outstanding debts to us. And the poor thing is so scared of me that he's ignoring all my calls. Probably thinking I'd do something awful to him if I found him. I can't imagine how he'd get that idea, can you? Maybe you prefer talking to a police officer instead of talking to me. It's not some green recruit. I know how this works by now. What's the catch? He'd never tell me where he was and send me on my way for nothing. Oh. You'd never tell me where he was and send me on my way for nothing. Of course I wouldn't. You'd have to prove that you could be trusted first. There's someone else I need you to talk with. A bit of a softer target than Higashi. Pretty good deal, right? Everything you're looking for in exchange for one little job. Huh. Just one job, right? Oh, don't make this more difficult than it has to be. You'll agree eventually, so why fight it? I know a lot about you. Top of your class and one of the best detectives on the force. You wouldn't let someone as pesky as morals get in the way of good information, would you? I've heard about you too, Kazumi Unifune. Or more accurately, I heard a lot about your father. As you should. My father was a good man. It's not surprising you know more about him than me. That'll change soon enough. I won't be a footnote in his story any longer. My father always undervalued the power of information, but I really get to know the people I associate with. You, for instance. Everything you've done paints the picture of someone who's very determined and very desperate to find the girl of yours. Don't let other people tell you otherwise, Detective. I think those traits are a wonderful combination. However, it also means you don't have a whole lot of bargaining power right now. If you don't want to work with me, that's fine. You can go home and quietly overdose on whatever medication they've got you taking instead. Furthermore, I could just refuse your request altogether, but that'd be so boring. We both need something, so let's help each other out instead. Do the job I ask, and I'll tell you what I know about little Higashi. As I was saying, like him, there's another business owner in Akihabara who is unfortunately behind on her payments as well. Such a shame, too. I really wanted a straightforward relationship with this one. See, I help out with a few things, and in exchange she kicks back a little of her business. Sometimes we send over new contracts to renegotiate the terms of our mutually beneficial relationship. Sadly, she neglected to sign the newest one. I'm a cop, not some Yakuza debt collector. Do it yourself. Suspended cop. You can't parade your badge around as proof that you're some white knight anymore. Due to the recent, transition of power, I can't do it myself. Just this minute, the dogs at Tokyo Police Headquarters start panting whenever me or any of my men are seen outside of Kabukicho. I'm not asking you to club someone's head in. I'm only asking you to give them a friendly reminder to keep up to date on their paperwork. Easy, right? Here, take this. Do this for me, and I'll feel a lot more comfortable giving out information about Omega. Also, I'll remind you, with your pending review, it would be unseemly if it got out that you were meeting with Yakuza, wouldn't it? Blackmail, huh? That's such an ugly word. Here I thought we were becoming friends. No, I'm just stating the fact of the situation is all. The business you're going to is a cat cafe in Akihabara. Kazu can give you the address on the way out. Wait, a cat cafe or what? A cat cafe, what else would it be? Well, a cat cafe or a cat-made cafe? What? Are we talking cats or people dressed like cats? Because a freaking cat cafe, actual cats, adorable, fluffy, precious cats. Why the hell would I invest in some stupid maid cafe? Cats, normal cats. Damn it, now I'm all worked up. Look, get that goddamn contract signed and we'll talk. So, the lady from the cat cafe? The one I gave you a woo voice is working with the Yakuza? Oh boy.